When you get this module, all of you, when you get this module 1, okay, listen to me carefully. You might not have it or you might have it, okay? The first chapter that you notice is basic mathematics and vectors, okay? So since you said you have done it, I want you to read all the examples and I want you to, I'll tell you. There is MCQs on page number 31. Just check. There is MCQ on page number 31 of module 1. Okay, if you have module 1, but when you get module 1, please make a note. There are MCQs on page number 31. That is first page, page number 31. At least this much you finish it as your homework. Can you do that much? Because module 1 starts with maths and physics. Okay, you might not have it, it is fine. Just make a note in a book that page number 31, whichever questions are there, that is your homework to solve. Can you make a note? Okay. So if you have the module, you please open it. Otherwise, not necessary. So, have the module? Yeah, page number 31. Don't. Achha. Just individually reply, all of you, yes or no. All of you reply individually. Okay, no problem. Now we have done the topic of significant figures, correct? We have done the topic of significant figures. Now let me tell you significant figures in addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So when you are adding, what you need to do, when you're subtracting, what you need to do, when you're multiplying, what you need to do, and when you're dividing, what you need to do. Okay, so write down in your notebook side heading, and if you have the module, come to page number 52. If you're having the module, come to page number 52. If you are not having the module, write down significant figures in addition. That's it. Significant figures in addition. That much you write down side heading. Significant figures in addition. Let me log in from the other device. Written significant figures in addition. I think you can write subtraction also. Yeah, write down significant figures in addition, comma subtraction. Write down significant figures in addition, comma subtraction. Now, when you are adding numbers, okay, for example, you are adding a number. Don't solve it, listen. Suppose you are adding numbers, okay? This is applicable in all chapters of physics, okay? And in all problems. Now you're adding three numbers. You're adding three numbers, okay? Now when you're adding three numbers, you notice that first number has 2 decimal places, second number has 1 decimal place, and the third number has 3 decimal places. Now, the confusion comes is your answer should be represented as 1 decimal place, 2 decimal place, or 3 decimal place. So the rule is find out the number which has the least number of decimal places. Tell me which number has the least number of decimal places.
7.1.
7.1.
7.1. Therefore, your answer also should have only one number after the decimal point. Do you understand? Means you should round it off that way so that your number also has only one number after the decimal point. And rounding we have done, correct? If the number is greater than 5, next number, lesser than 5, the same number. And if it is equal to 5, you know what to do. Okay. So now I'll give you an example, which is there in the module. Try to add and give me the answer with the rule. Give me the answer with the rule. Before I give you the example, make a statement of the rule. You have written significant figures in addition, comma, subtraction. Below that, write down rule. Write down. I'm reading it from the module. You can write it from the module. Write down. The result of an addition or subtraction. Write down. The result of an addition or subtraction in the number having different precisions. Just write down the rule. Okay. The result of an addition or subtraction in the number having different precisions should be reported to the same number of decimal places that are present
Excuse me.
in the number having the least number of decimal places. I will repeat. The result of an addition or subtraction in the number having different precisions should be reported to the same number of decimal places as are present in the number having the least number of decimal places. That means you understood, right? This is the number having least number of decimal places. So let me give you an example which is there in the module itself. They are saying add 43.3, 2.11 and 0.412. They are saying add these three numbers and give me the answer. So start. First tell me what is the actual answer and then tell me when you round it off to the rule, what is the answer? Start. Okay, time up. Now the answer you should get is, let me see your answers. 45.822. Tell me, are you getting this? 45.822. This is the actual answer you are getting. Now read the rule. Now I should make it to what? Equal number of decimal places as the least. Now tell me, in these three, can I say this has 1 decimal place, this has 2 decimal place, this has 3 decimal place? Therefore, this is the least. Therefore, even my answer should be only up to 1 decimal place. Therefore, answer is 45.8. Because 2 is anyway lesser than 5, I can discard. Therefore, in the exam, the right answer will be 45.8. Is it clear? Easy? Okay. One more.
Sir, we can write it as 46 also, no?
46. Then up to 1 decimal place, you have to give accuracy, no? So 46 is not correct. 46 is only 2. There is no decimal. We have to write one number after the decimal point, like this. Understanding? That is the rule.
Sir.
Okay? Now the next example, which is there in the textbook only, that is the module, I'll give it to you. Add these 3 numbers and tell me what will be the answer. Okay, now what is the answer for this? The actual answer, I'm directly reading it from the module, okay? If you're getting some different answer, let me know. The answer is 4.5141. 4.5141. Now tell me what we should do. We should see how many decimal place this has. How many decimal place this has? 4. Correct? How many decimal place this has? 3. How many decimal place this has? 2. Therefore, which is the right selection? Can I say 2 is the least? Therefore, my answer should be up to 2 decimal places after the decimal point. Therefore, it is 4.5141. Therefore, it will be 4.51. This is anyway less than 5, means less than 50. Therefore, my answer should be reported as 4.51. Here I'm using rounding also. You know rounding, right? Rounding off. So this is your answer. Now tell me, did you understand this? Now, this rule is applicable in every chapter of physics. Whenever you are having a calculation in physics, where there are many calculations. For example, radius is given, area, pi. When you do a calculation, in the question, whichever number has the least number of decimal points, your answer also should be that much. Do you understand now? But remember, this is only for addition and subtraction. For multiplication and division, the rule is different. This rule is only applicable for addition and subtraction. We will take one more example of subtraction and then we go to multiplication and division. For subtraction, the rule is 52.732 minus 24.3482. Start. Give me the first answer, actual answer, and then tell me after applying the rule, what is the answer. So I want 2 answers. One is the actual answer and one after applying the rule, what will be the answer. Now the answer will be 28.3838. Tell me, are you getting this answer first? 28.3838. Actual answer. Not after applying the rule. This is before applying the rule. Are you getting this answer? Okay. Now, again, when I apply the rule, can I say in this number, I have 3 places after the decimal? Here, I have 4 places after the decimal. Therefore, which rule will be applicable? Which is having the least? That is 3. Correct? Therefore, my answer also should be rounded off to 3 places. So, 28.38. Correct? Now I have to take it to 3 places. Now can I say I am dropping this number? Okay. So can I? Oh my God. Now I'm dropping this number. Now can I say this number is greater than 5, which I'm dropping? So the previous number will get 1 added. This is the rounding of 28.384. I hope you got the same answer. Now this answer might be different, but if this answer is correct, you still get full marks. Got it? But if this answer is correct and this answer is wrong, you will lose marks. Do you understand? If your final answer after applying the rule is correct, your previous answer, even if it is little wrong, you will not lose any marks. But if the previous answer is correct and this answer is wrong, then you will lose marks. I hope the examples are clear. I hope the logic is clear. See, numbers might change. So what is the rule? Least number of decimal places that has to be applied. Least number of decimal places. Is it clear? Now, we will apply the same rule for multiplication and division. So write down significant figures in multiplication, comma division. Significant figures in
Sir, I had a
multiplication.
doubt.
Hmm.
Sir, if a full number comes without a decimal, then how will it be solved?
Then doesn't matter. Then your answer also will be in full number only. This is the law for decimal points.
Okay,
If a
sir.
full number
Thank
comes
you.
without decimal, you have to do plain addition only.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Thank you.
Now next you write down significant figures in multiplication and division. Significant figures in multiplication and division. Significant figures in multiplication and division. Now in division and multiplication, the rule changes. What was the rule in addition and subtraction? The rule in addition and subtraction was decimal points, correct? In multiplication and division, the rule changes to significant figures. The rule changes to significant figures. For example, the number which has the least number of significant figures. Listen to me. The number which has the least number of significant figures, my answer also should have that many significant figures. The number which has the least number of significant figures, my answer also should have that many significant figures. So remember, while doing addition and subtraction, I never bothered about significant figures, correct? I did normal decimal point. But in multiplication and division, I have to see significant figures only. I'll give you the rule, then I'll explain it to you. Then you'll have in this multiplication, comma division. Okay. Now write down the answer. Write down the sentence. The third multiplication or division.
Sir, voice is cracking
The
in between.
answer.
Yes, sir.
Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right now, the answer to a multiplication or division, the answer to a multiplication or division is rounded off. The answer to a multiplication or division is rounded off to the same number of significant figures, is rounded off to the same number of significant figures as possessed by the least precise term as possessed by the least precise term used in the calculation, as possessed by the least precise term used in the calculation. I will repeat the statement. The answer to a multiplication or division, is rounded off to the same number of significant figures as is possessed by least precise term used in calculation. Now answer is very simple. Now for example, I am giving you the module example itself. 125.04 into 0.25. Now these are the two numbers. Now all of you tell me how many significant figures are there in the first number and how many significant figures are there in the second number. How many significant figures are there in the first number?
5. 5 in first number.
5
5,
first number. Second number?
3,
2.
2, 2.
2. This is rule number 2 itself. So my answer should have how many significant figures?
2.
2.
My answer also should have 2 significant figures. Okay. So now do the actual multiplication and tell me the actual answer. Then we'll modify it to 2 significant figures. Okay. Start. Okay, now the actual answer, what is written in the module is 31.26. Correct? The actual answer is 31.26. Now, if I want to convert it into 2 significant figures, if I want to convert this into 2 significant figures, can I say 3, 1 will be the most obvious choice? Can I say 31 has how many significant figures? 31 has 2 significant figures. Therefore, answer will be 2 itself. So answer will be 31. Did you get it? Answer will be 31. Are you getting it, all of you?
So can you please explain again?
Which one? Tell me which step. Which step?
So last step, 31.26 after it.
Now 31.26 is our answer, correct? If you do actual multiplication. Tell me how many significant figures does 31.26 have? Answer is 4. Answer is 4. 31.26 has 4 significant figures. But I should get the answer only in 2 significant figures. Therefore, I will keep only this in my mind because this is anyway less than 5. 26 is less than 50. Therefore, if I want to round it off up to 2 significant figures, then I say 31 is the perfect answer for 2 significant figures.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Remember, this rule does not have anything to do with decimal points. This rule has everything to do with significant figures. Okay, there is one more example in the text, in the module. So everyone try that and then we'll discuss. 45.5 0.042 into 1.45. Tell me the answer and tell me the answer after applying the rule. Start. Okay. Now, answer is 65.3109. Correct? Answer is 65.3109. All of you are getting this. Now, before that, you tell me how many significant figures are there in the first number? 5. How many
Five.
significant
Five.
figures are there in the second number?
3.
3.
3. Therefore, how many significant figures should be there in our answer?
3.
3.
So my answer is 65.3109. So tell me, if I want to round it off to 3 significant figures, it will be 65.3. Obvious choice. No doubt in this. Easy. See, this is just one example. Example is not important. Logic is important. Did you understand how many significant figures are there in first number? How many significant figures are there in second number? Which has the least one? Your answer also should have so many significant figures. Therefore, this is my answer. Okay. Now let us do one division example. See, multiplication and division go by the same rule, and addition and subtraction
Sir?
go by the same rule.
Sir, if instead of 3 there was 8 or more than 5, then the number would be 66, right?
No, if this was 8, it would still remain 8 because this number is less than 500. That is why. Whatever number would be here, it would be the same number because this number which I'm discarding, how many digits it is? 3. Is it more than 500 or less than 500?
Less than 500.
So it would remain same. I will clear it out. If your answer was 65.3809, then my answer would be 65.4 because this number is greater than 5. Understanding? So this
Okay,
number does not matter. Or can anyone tell me what will be the answer for this? 65.3509. What would be the answer? 65.4
4.
because 3 is odd number. So it will get added plus 1 because I'm dropping 5. If I'm dropping 5, I have to check the previous number. If the previous number is odd, I have to add 1. If the previous number is even, I have to keep it as it is. Is it clear? Okay. Now let us do a division example. Let us do a division example. 0.90 divided by 4.26. Tell me, what should be the answer after applying the rule?
कुछ तो सफर कर सकती है या नहीं। और हाँ, डॉक्टर से ये भी पूछना कि तुम क्या खा सकती हो, क्या नहीं खा सकती हो, क्या कर सकती हो, क्या नहीं कर सकती हो। इन शॉर्ट ऑल डूज एंड डोंट्स। ओके, एग्जैक्टली।
Can we start? Tell me, what is the answer for this? You get the answer for this as, I'm directly writing what is written in the module, 0.2112676. Okay, this is the answer that I'm getting directly. Now tell me, how many significant figures in this number?
2.
2, not 1, 2. Because decimal point is there, this 0 is significant. Now how many significant, I think I lost the screen broadcasting, 1 minute. One minute. Okay, 0.2112676. Therefore, what will be our answer for this? How many? Okay, how many significant figures in this? 3. How many significant figures in this? 3. Therefore, our answer should have how many significant figures? 2. So tell me, what will be the answer? 0.21, not 0.2, because 0.2 has only one significant. 0.21 has two significant places. Okay. So these are the examples that they have given for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Now tell me, looking at the examples, if you have any doubt in the logic, because now I'll give you some problems where you have to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and tell me what is the final answer. Okay. All of you let me know if you have any doubt till here. Okay. Now I'll give you one example. It can be addition, it can be subtraction, multiplication or division. What you need to do is you need to give me the final answer after applying the rule. Not the first answer that you get. I don't want that answer now. I want directly the final answer after applying the rule. Is it clear, all of you? Okay, make a note. Start. I'm getting answer 1905.8 and 1505.9. 1905.8 and 1905.9. Tell me which is accurate.
1905.8.
Okay. What is the actual answer you're getting while you add?
1905.88.
0.88.
1905.878.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now look at this. The first number has how many places after decimal point? 1. Second number has how many decimal places? 2. Third number has how many decimal places? 3. Therefore, which number we should consider the first one? So even my answer should have 1 decimal place after. Therefore, 1905 can be as it is. Now here I can have only one number. Now 8 is greater than 5. Therefore, 1905.9 would be the right answer, because 878, if I want to round it off to 1, it is 9. Because 878 is closer to 900 than 800. That way. So tell me how many of you got this answer correct?
Sir, I didn't understand why you took instead of 8, 9.
Which number I am eliminating? 8, correct?
Yes, sir.
So this is greater than 5 or less than 5.
Sir, greater.
So plus 1 will be added. So it will be none. If it was lesser than 5, then nothing. Then it would be the same number. For example, if your answer was 1905.278. Now this number is greater than 5 or less than 5?
Less than
Less
5.
than 5. Therefore, it would be 1905.2 itself. Correct? Getting it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now take one more. And this time we take a subtraction problem. Start. I'm getting two answers. One is 55.6 and 55.7. I'm getting mixed answers in these two. Tell me, what should be the answer?
So the answer should be 55, no?
What is the actual answer of 60.28 minus 4.6?
55.48.
50.5.
Correct? Now, how many decimal places does this have? 2. How many decimal places does this have? 1. Therefore, my answer also should be up to 1 decimal place.
55.68.
Why people are giving me different answers? Check what is the right answer.
6-8, sir.
6-8.
Okay. Now, 55.68. So I have to take it to 1 decimal place only. That means I have to discard this. Now, is this number greater than 5? Answer is yes. Therefore, here plus 1 will be added. Therefore, my answer will be 55.7. Therefore, this is the right answer because the number to be dropped is greater than 5. Therefore, 1 gets added to the previous number. Everyone got this answer 55.7. People have got the answer 55.6. Please check and correct your answer. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, I got the answer right, but then I added it like 6 is greater than 5, so 7. Is that logic?
6 is greater than 5. Now, the number which you're dropping, that you're missing.
Okay.
Okay. Even your logic might help you in 90% of the problems, but might not help you in the remaining 10. Okay. That logic mostly will help you in all problems, but some problems you might get stuck. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I'll tell you in which problem you'll get stuck. Now tell me if the answer was 55.62. Now tell me what would be our actual answer after applying the rule. Our answer would be 55.6 itself because 2 is less than 5. Correct? In that case, your logic would be wrong. Correct?
Yes.
So we have to see the number which we are dropping. Okay.
Okay.
12.4 into 0.31. Tell me the answer for this. Okay. Now what is the actual answer, Daniel? Actual answer.
3.8.
Nothing
0.
after that?
03.8.
Are you getting this, all of you? Actual
Yes.
answer. Okay. Now, since this is multiplication, I have to see not the decimal places, correct? I have to see the significant figures. Now tell me in the first number, how many significant figures are there?
3.
3. In the second,
2.
2. Therefore, my answer also should have how many significant figures?
2.
2. Correct? Therefore, my answer has to have 2 significant figures. Now, I am dropping this full string I'm dropping. Now, 4 is less than 5. So, my answer will remain as 3.8. So, tell me how many of you got this answer as right? Okay, good. By now you should be in a position to get it. Okay. Initially you might get some wrong answer. Initially rounding off might be a mistake, but more and more problems you solve, you will be in a position to get it. Okay. Now one last problem for division. Start. Okay. Now if I divide it, tell me what answer will I get? I get the answer 149.52. Correct? Almost. Now my answer should be in how many significant figures? First, let me see. So look at this. How many significant figures does this have?
3.
3. How many significant figure does this have? 2. And I know my number is a 3-digit number. Therefore, the only way I can get out of this is I write it as 150. Can I say my answer has 2 significant figures? And my answer is closer to the actual answer. Therefore, answer is 150. Can I say my answer is rounded off also correctly? Plus, it is following the rule of significant figures because 150 has only 2 significant figures, not 3. 150 has only 2 significant figures. Tell me, are all of you getting this? Now we have done 4 problems: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So out of these 4, how many of you got all correct? Reply 4. If you've got 3 correct, reply 3. 2, 1, 0. Reply. So your answer should be the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let me see your answers. Okay, majority are 3 and 2, not even 4. Okay, so let us do one more round. This time I'll give you 4 problems on the screen. Give me all 4 answers together. One is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And I want all of you to get all 4 correct. Okay. Now the number will remain the same. For example, okay. Now do addition, do subtraction, do multiplication, Do division and give me all answers for each. Same two numbers. Start. Okay, last 30 seconds. Say I've written the actual answers that you get when you add, subtract, multiply, divide. Not applying the rule. This is the actual answers you get. Now we'll apply the rule. Now tell me whether this answers you're getting at least. We'll apply the rule in some time. But are you getting these answers?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, tell me, addition. Addition is what? How many significant figures? No, how many decimal places it has? 2. How many decimal places it has? 2. Therefore, can I say my addition and subtraction should be 2 decimal places itself? Therefore, can I say answer 6.7 can be written as 6.70 to make it 2 decimal? We have to apply the rule. Therefore, I will make it 6.70. Can I say 5.86 is anyway in accordance to the rule? I don't need to change anything because I need 2 decimal places after the point and I have 2 decimal places after the point, correct? Now, multiplication and division, we'll have to apply the logic of significant figures, correct? We'll have to apply the logic of significant figures. Now tell me, how many significant figures does the first number have? 3. And how many significant figures does the second number have?
2.
2. Therefore, my answer has to be in 2 significant figures, correct? Now, 2.6376, this number is less than 5, means 3 is less than 5. Therefore, can I say answer will be 2.6 itself? Check. Answer will be 2.6 itself. All of you getting it? And division, 14.952 also has to be in how many significant figures? 2. Therefore, can I say 14.95 into significant figures? I can take it as 15 itself because I want only 2 significant figures. Therefore, the final answers are 6.70, 5.86, 2.6, and 15. Now tell me how many of you got all 4 correct. Reply.
Sir, if we write 6.7 as it is okay.
It is correct. It is correct. It is fine. It is okay.
Okay.
Because it is understood that any number after decimal point not written, it is 0. That is fine. If you have got first answer as 6.7, if you have kept it as it is, that is also correct. No problem. Good. If you're getting all 4 correct, that means you have understood. Now, this is not just for this topic. In future, in physics or in any subject, when you do calculation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, you have to keep this rule in mind. Okay? Any chapter. When you are coming with problems. So when you're doing problems, you will have to keep this rule in mind because all your textbook, all your modules and all entrance exam books are following this rule. Okay, so don't think that they are giving some random answers. Sometimes you might have noticed that sometimes module give answer 64.6. Sometimes the textbook gives the answer 64.67. So you might be thinking why sometimes they are giving only 1 decimal place, why sometimes they are giving 2 decimal place. They are not giving randomly. They are following this rule. That is why they are getting that answer. Okay. So even you next time when you see a problem, just notice this particular rule. Okay. In addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay. So one last topic of the day is called order of magnitude. Write on the side heading, order of magnitude. Order of magnitude. Now, this is a controversial topic because in your NEET and in your JEE, there are different definitions, but we'll do the standard definition. Okay. Now, if any number is in the form a into 10 power n, okay, if any number is in the form a into 10 power n, where a is between 0.5 and 5, a should be between 0.5 and 5. In your module and in NEET books, it is written it should be between 1 and 10. Actually, that is again controversial. You stick to this. Then your order of magnitude is n. I will repeat. First thing you should check is whether the number is given in this form, a into 10 power n. That is your first question you should ask. If the answer is yes, is a between 0.5 and 5? Answer is yes. Then this n becomes order of magnitude. For example, what is the value of charge of an electron? Anyone? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Correct? Now remember, n should be an integer itself, means it should be a whole number. Okay. So tell me whether this number is of the form a into 10 power n. Is it of that form? Correct. Now, whether this number is between 0.5 and 5. Yes, 1.6 lies in between 0.5 and 5. Yes. Therefore, my order of magnitude is minus 19, not 10 power minus 19. Order of magnitude is only n. What is the value of n? 10 power minus 19. Therefore, order of magnitude of charge of an electron is minus 19. Did you understand how? You compare it with the general form where a should be between 0.5 and 5. If it is not between 0.5 and 5, you have to make it into 0.55. You should make it in that form if it is not in that form. Okay. For example, please look at the screen. 6.7 into 10 power 2. Answer in the message box. What is the order of magnitude? Start. Got the answer? Now, first, compare with the general form. What is the general form? A into 10 power n. Is it in the general form? Yes. Now, is the number between 0.5 and 5? No. Make it in that form. So can I say, I can write it as 0.67 into 10 power 3. Correct? Can I say 6.7 into 10 power 2 can be written as 0.67 into 10 power 3? Yes or no? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, is it of the form a into
Yes,
10
sir.
power n? Yes, correct. Now, is
Yes,
a
sir.
between 0.5 and 5? Yes, because
Yes,
0.6
sir.
is between 0.5 and 5. Therefore, order of magnitude is 3. This should be the answer. My intention is, if the number is not in that range, you cannot say there is no order of magnitude. You have to bring it to that range and then give the answer of order of magnitude. Therefore, order of magnitude is 3. Order of magnitude is 3. Are you getting this much? Okay.
Yes.
Now I'll give you 3 numbers. For all 3 numbers, I want you to tell me what is order of magnitude. Okay. Start. Thirty-second more, quick. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. From my side, it is gone. Just check once. Can I check now? Okay, now 8.7 into 10 power minus 3. Now let me take this as my first one. Now is it of the form a into 10 power n? Yes. Now is a between 0.5 and 5? Answer is no. Then I have to make it in the form of 0.5 to 5. Therefore what I'll do is I will write it as 0.87 into 10 power minus 2. This you should know. It becomes minus 2, not minus 4. It becomes minus 2. Therefore, now can I say it is of the form a into 10 power n? Correct. Now, is a between 0.5 and 5? Answer is yes, because 0.8 lies between 0.5 and 5. Therefore, my order of magnitude in this case is minus 2. Nothing, not 10 power minus 2, not 0.87 into 10 power minus 2. It is only minus 2. Got this answer correct?
Yes.
Second one, 0.6 into 10 power 21. Now, can I say this question is again of the form a into 10 power n? Correct. Now, 0.6, does it lie between 0.5 and 5? Answer is yes.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, can I directly say my order of magnitude is 21? Can I directly say my order of magnitude is 21? Because the number itself was given in the right range.
Not audible.
No. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, last question. That is 8.765 into 10 power 33. Now, 8.765, you know it is not in the range. Therefore, I have to shift the decimal point here. So it will become 0.8765 into 10 power 34. Correct? Because it is positive power of 10. Therefore, answer will be 34. Therefore, the three answers are minus 2, 21, and 34. Therefore, please reply 0, 1, 2, 3. How many you got right? 0, 1, 2, 3. Let me see how many of you got right. Jyotika, Diksha, Rebecca, Drishti, Priya. Okay. Ajrita, Priyanka. Many people are saying 2. Tell me which one did you get wrong?
The first
second,
one.
or third? First one in shifting the decimal point, you got 4, is it?
Yes, sir.
Acha, acha. Okay, now we will, okay, then we will do only 10 power negative now. I will give you 3 problems on 10 power negative. Okay. So let us start. Start. Last 30 seconds. People are giving me the right answer. I'm saying that. That is good. Just try to get it. Okay, let us start. 7864.2 into 10 power minus 26. This is the question. Now, I can directly start by shifting the decimal point. Minus 25, minus 24, minus 23, minus 22. Therefore, I will get 0.7 something into 10 power minus 22. Now, 0.7 lies between 0.5 and 5. Therefore, my order of magnitude in my first case is minus 22. Okay, this is the first answer. Next answer, 7.8 into 10 power minus 16. 7.8 into 10 power minus 16. I can shift one decimal point over here. Therefore, I will get 0.78 into 10 power minus 15, correct? Minus 16 becomes minus 15. Therefore, order of magnitude in this case will be minus 15. Got it, all of you? Order of magnitude in this case will be minus 15. See the last case, 0.4892 into 10 power minus 101. Now, in that case, can I say 0.4892? This is anywhere between 0.5 and 5. Correct? This number is anywhere between 0.5 and 5. Therefore, can I say the answer can directly be written as minus 101? Check. Answer can be directly written as minus 101. Now tell me how many of you got the right answer for these three. Minus 22, minus 15, and minus 101. Okay, so for people who are getting still wrong answers, check where you're making the
Excuse
mistake.
me, sir.
Mhm.
Sir, you told that it should start from 0.5, no? And this is 0.4892 then.
Sir, I shifted the decimal point.
Oh yeah, correct. Sorry, correct. 0.4 is not between 0.5. Correct. I was thinking it is 4.8. Correct. You have to shift the decimal point over here to make it 4.8, and this becomes minus 102. Correct, you are right. My mistake.
Yes.
0.48 is not between 0.5 and 5. So I have to shift the decimal point by 1. So it becomes 4.8. 4.8 is between 0.5 and 5. Therefore, answer is minus 102. Okay, sorry for that. Now tell me if you're getting it right. Okay, now in your exam, you might have seen many questions where we have to sometimes, no, we get the answer. Look at this. We get the answer as 1 minute. We get the answer as 8 into 10 power minus 2 in the textbook. Then they add one more step and they write it is 0.8 into 10 power minus 1. Have you seen something like that? They actually add one more step and then they stop the answer. Now, many times you ask me that, is this answer correct? Answer is correct. But is it in the form of order of magnitude? Answer is no. Can I say this answer is in the form of order of magnitude? Answer is yes. Therefore, in future, any answer that you're giving in 10 power, okay, if the final answer is 10 power, you will have to give your answer in order of magnitude. Now, my question to you is, what is order of magnitude of speed of light? What is order of magnitude of speed of light? Can anyone tell me the answer? What is order of magnitude of speed of light? What is the value for speed of light? 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So tell me, what is order of magnitude of speed of light?
8.
8.
So can I say all these values are deliberately given? Now you might have said that why not speed of light is given as 30 into 10 power something, or why not 0.3 into 10 power something? Okay, you can give it in whichever form you want, but from today, any answer that you give, final answer, has to satisfy order of magnitude, especially 10 power answer. I hope you understood. Especially order of magnitude, especially constants. Okay. Did you understand what I'm saying? Therefore, whenever your answer is not in the right format, you will have to bring it in the right format. Okay. This is for all chapters of physics. Is it clear? Do you need more examples or you are comfortable?
Some more.
Let me know. Okay, last 2 examples, then we stop for today. Okay, last 2 examples, then we stop for today. Start. Get order of magnitude for these 2 numbers. First one, can I say is minus 13? Minus 13, check whether it is minus 13. Everyone should get minus 13 as your answer for the first one. Now the question is for the second one.
So minus 17.
Minus 17. Okay, let me check. First one, I hope everyone understood how it is minus 13, correct?
Yes,
Second one, minus 21, minus 20, minus 19, minus 18, minus 17. So 0.8 something into 10 power minus 17. Can I say this is between 0.5 and 5? Therefore, answer or order of magnitude is minus 17. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
yes.
More examples or comfortable? So today you did significant figures while adding, subtracting, division, multiplication. I hope you know what are the rules. Addition and subtraction have the same rules. Multiplication and division have the same rules. Then we did order of magnitude. Now everyone should know order of magnitude is a into 10 power n, where n is what? Integer, and a has to be between 0.5 to 5. Is this much clear? Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
my next class is on Saturday itself. I want all of you to get the module, okay? That is mandatory because I'm going to start with MCQs. Is it fine?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So I will stop for today because the remaining things that I have to do, I will require the module. So please get the module and come, okay? Saturday will continue. So any doubts, stay back. Otherwise, you can log out. Thank you. Yeah, tell me.
Homework.
Homework, just keep practicing this significant figures and order of magnitude. Okay.
Sir, I guess they are going to call us for the module.
Yes. So I think this week only they're going to call you. So I think by Saturday, everyone should be having the module. Okay. Everyone has to collect because it has already come to the center. So when they call you, just go and collect it. Okay. Because then the next class
Okay,
I will
sir.
have to anyway start. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Homework, people were asking me. I told you page number 31, that page. That was initial homework that I had given you. Please do that. Vectors from the module once you get it.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Bye,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.